EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a second down. He'll drop to throw. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll work it across the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
A lot of guys in their strength try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now back to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
All right, here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hill. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this didn't happen on that play.
Watch him now, Barney!
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Back to throw here. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, the type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Going up top. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And Olsen over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. He'll set up a throw. He's caught on the right side. Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play there out of Kamara. 42 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred.
And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Vernon Butler busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Here we go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Panthers coming out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
36. Ready. 290.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Breeze now on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Easy, kill. Here we go.
Breeze now on 1st down. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
This is taken at the 18. Oh, some strong running. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease ball?
Now he'll be hit from behind, and he has landed on hard. Alex Okafor in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he's got his target. That's more. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And an alley to run. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet. And then taken down right at the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And a juke this time. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. came one short. In there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Good, good, good. 5-4, ready.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, it didn't make.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, here we go.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. And you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Detroit! Detroit!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Powering his way forward, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there out of Kamara. 44 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Down right around the 25. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Toss play, Kamara. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Saints on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Breeze. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Kerry Hyder in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. Underneath here to Hill. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
So 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Now back to throw. Finding room inside. Got a man wide. And finally taken down at the 30 break. Back to finish it off. Sports after this. Back to throw here. He's going to win. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he was dead. 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, left, 28 left.
Breeze going to throw here. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Breeze on third down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Kerry Hyder in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. A road win in the National Football